Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line? Brought to you by New Stopette, America's leading spray deodorant. The lotion spray deodorant that's like balm to your skin. Poof! There goes perspiration. Now let's all play What's My Line?
And now let's meet our award-winning What's My Line panel. First, back from her European vacation, one of television's brightest stars, Arlene Francis.
And I must say it's wonderful to be back from my vacation. And the first thing I did this morning was open a New York paper, and there was the panel in color in the Herald Tribune new television supplement. What a shock to see that on my first day, my first morning, my first paper. And one of the gentlemen that was in the picture is on my left, looking just about as well as he did in the picture, Fred Allen.
Thank you very much. Since Dorothy Kilgallen has taken French leave to spend 2 weeks in France, ladies and gentlemen, on our left, it's the best I could do on short notice. On my left, we welcome Miss Mary Healy.
Thank you, Fred Allen. And on my left is my favorite lecturer and publisher of some very fine books, Mr. Bennett, Cerf.
Gosh, we get the prettiest girls on this program, don't we? Well, on my left is one of the country's... No. One of the country's leading news analysts and most misleading panel moderators, John Charles Francis Daly.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What's My Line? Once again tonight, in spite of all the kind words from Bennett, Cerf, and my friends on the panel, we're out to do them some damage if we can. We have some particularly interesting people with what I think will be some difficult occupations, tying people and occupations together, and we'll try them out on the panel immediately. A little bit later on, we'll have a famous guest challenger, but I think it's time for these experts to meet our first challenger. So will you sign in, please, sir? Masa Kazu Kobayashi. Is that right, sir? And very strongly and firmly written, too, sir. Where are you from?
Tokyo, Japan.
Tokyo, Japan. Well, you have come a long way. It's nice to have you with us, sir. And at this point in the proceedings, with which I think you are not as familiar as our own countrymen, we ask you to take a small walk. Actually, you know, there are two pretty girls to see over there, and the men are not bad. So will you go over there and let them take a look at you, too?
Oh, I want to comment. You probably wrote that Cherry Blossom song, didn't you?
How do you do?
Glad to know him.
How do you do?
All right, Mr. Kobayashi, if you'll come over here, please, sir, and sit down next to me. At this point, it is our custom to give the folks who are looking at the program at home and those who are here in the theater with us a small advantage, or shall we say a chance to have more fun out of the game. We tell them what your line is, both the folks at home and the people here in the theater, but the panel has to work. All right, sir. Now, Mr. Kobayashi, the way we score, every time you can give the panel a no answer, we flip one card. And when we flip 10 of these cards, you've won the game. You all ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good, then let's jump off. Mr. Kobayashi is self-employed. With that, let's begin the general questioning with Fred Allen.
Mr. Kobayashi, I'm not name-dropping, John. I mean, that is your name, isn't it?
That's
Yes.
right.
Is there a product involved in what you do?
Yes.
You deal in a product. Is this a product that might be found in most homes?
Yes.
Is this a product that the housewife might use?
Yes.
Is it something that would be found in most kitchens in the home? Most homes?
Yeah, I think you could find this in the
Yeah.
kitchen, you know.
Well, I mean generally. I'm not, no specific kitchen. I don't mean the candy
Oh, no,
kitchen.
I would say, generally speaking, that you would be able to find this in the average American kitchen, in the average American day.
But not in a trailer, I imagine.
But not a, well, you might even in a trailer. You never can tell.
Is this something that might be used while you prepared a meal?
Yeah. You'd be using it. You'd be using this while you prepared a meal. You could be, yes.
I have to make a decision here, I think. I'm going to take a chance. Is this something that is not edible?
No.
You can't eat it.
Yes, it is something that is not edible, no. That's
It's
right.
not edible. John, I hope someday you will grow a long mustache and strain your words. Because they just come out lumpy to me. I just can't make it. Well, tell me, this... now you've got me mixed up. Is it something... Would the housewife put something into this? Well, I mean, it's not edible, and the housewife would put something...
Into it, that's right.
Is this something when something is put into it, would it be used at a high temperature? Would it be cooked at a high
I think we have to give you a no on that, Fred.
I mean,
That's one down and
a
not...
pressure cooker or something.
We'll give you a
not
no,
edible,
and you'll see why when we get this all done.
I probably will, if I'm still here.
One down and 9 to go, Miss Healy.
Mr. Kobayashi, that's right. This particular article, could it be used in another room in the house other than the kitchen?
Yes.
Is this article apt to come in contact with the body?
Yes.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Kobayashi, I rather gather from the laughter and Mr. Daly's typically misleading answers that this probably is something that a lady wears. Is that correct?
Yes.
It is a kind of apparel? Well, since you come from Japan, is there any silk in the product?
No.
No?
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
He's probably one of the DuPonts from...
Is it worn below the waist, Mr. Kobayashi?
Yes.
Does it touch the skin?
Yes.
Does it have any elasticity?
Yes.
Does it go around something? Yes?
Yes.
All around?
Yeah, it goes
does?
around something. Mm-hmm.
John's going to start pulling his ear in a minute.
Is it in any way connected with the girdle family? It's a large family. You deciding what branch of the family, John?
Now, actually, Mr. Kobayashi and I had to try to figure it out. We want to be fair.
Since
We
when?
don't... We don't feel that we're necessarily expert in this field, but we do believe that there is a circumstance when we could describe this particular product as being connected with the girdle family, yes.
May I gather from that long reply that it is not a girdle?
Yes.
Yes, it is not a
Yes,
girdle.
it is not a girdle, no.
Is it a garter?
Is it a garter?
Quite. It's not a garter or a
No,
garter
it's
belt.
not a garter. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Allen.
And it touches the skin?
Mm-hmm.
John, the life I have led, I wouldn't know what that was.
Methinks he protesteth too much.
No, I think this is more in Mary's realm.
You
Kingdom.
You
I
want to pass?
pass.
All right, Mr. Allen
I
passes.
sure do.
Miss Healy.
Well, we have assumed, or we have been told, that it is definitely not of the girdle family.
Right. Nor the garter.
Nor the garter family. That rules that out. This particular fabric not fabric, but this particular article, is it all elastic?
No, the elasticity is, shall we say, an applied term.
Applied to some other fabric, perhaps?
Well, elasticity being a capacity to enlarge the entity by the
Shouldn't have started
use of
this.
forces of one kind or another. Ah, yes.
Does this, we have assumed, we have discovered that this elastic type stuff comes in contact with the body below the belt. Is that correct?
That's right.
Does it also come in contact with the body above the waist?
No.
No, that's 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Cerf.
And Mr. Kobayashi, you said something about it being connected with the girdle family. Is this some kind of trickery? Are you possibly engaged in something to do with ladies' hosiery?
Just what does Mr. Kobayashi do with ladies' hosiery?
Well, I would hope that he just makes it.
That's right. He makes it. Now, we gave you a no answer, you see, because actually all of the ladies' stockings that Mr. Kobayashi makes are nylon. He
No
does not
silk
make
stockings?
doesn't make silk, which astonished me when I had a chance to talk to him.
Oh, I see.
Say, what happened to all of the silkworms who were laid off there in Japan?
They're gone fishing.
Oh, have they?
They're for more dress.
They're for more for dress.
You mean to say in Japan they don't make silk stockings anymore at all?
No.
They don't?
Not for ladies.
Not for ladies.
Well, I thought the DuPonts made nylon by rubbing their legs together. I didn't.
Now, actually, there's a happy occasion that brings Mr. Kobayashi here with us. He is here, one of more than 20,000 Rotarians and guests who have come to the United States for the golden anniversary of the Rotary, which is going to be held in Chicago May 29th. And he is the fiscal agent for the Rotary in Japan. And we thank you very much for being our guest. It's nice to have had you with us, Mr. Kobayashi. All right, panel, let's see what you can do with another challenger. Will you sign in, please, sir? Milton Schwind, is that right? Where are you from, sir?
Petersburg, Kentucky.
Petersburg, Kentucky. Fine. Now, would you let the panel get a better look at you by taking that small hike for me, please?
Schwinn?
Mr. Schwinn? What is that G in the front? You're not a G-man by any chance,
All right, Mr. Schwind, over here, if you will, and sit down next to me. And we will follow our practice of letting the folks at home and those who are here in the theater with us know what your line is, but we will make the panel work. All right. Mr. Schwind, you know how we score this operation? Fine, then we'll just announce that you're salaried and begin the general questioning with Bennett Cerf.
Is it Mr. Geschwinn?
Mr. Schwind.
Oh, you don't pronounce the G.
That's right.
Is there a product involved with what you do, Mr.
Yes.
Schwinn? Is it a product that's used by both men and women?
Yes.
Is it a product with which I would be familiar?
You should be familiar with it.
Would it make the people who use it any happier?
No, I don't think so, Bennett. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Is there anything destructive about this product, Mr. Schwinn?
No.
No. 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Allen.
Is this something that's worn?
No.
No. 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Healy.
Is this a luxury item?
No, I don't think we can describe this as a luxury item. To the degree that it exists, it's usually needed. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Schwinn, your being from Kentucky and all, would this have anything to do with a liquid?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Is it anything that might be found in a prison or a penitentiary or something?
Yes.
The product would be found there.
Yes.
Is it restraining in any way?
Yes.
It's restraining, but it is not destructive. Is it worn, this product?
No.
Is it put on the person? No.
6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Allen.
Is it made of metal?
Yes.
And it's not put on the person?
That has been elicited. It is not put on it.
He makes traveling jails.
Portable jails. It doesn't come in contact, whatever this product is, it doesn't come in contact with the human body.
It could.
It could?
That would give you a no answer. That would make it 7 down and 3 to go, Miss Healy, because it does or could and probably would come in contact with the human body at one time or another. Miss Healy?
This particular thing, is it not used every day?
Yep.
It's used every day. That makes it 8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Schwinn, is this product of yours any part of the prison?
Yes.
And you said it was made of metal?
Yes.
Well, is it the iron bars or something of the sort that would make it a prison?
Hardly.
Partly. You are in the area, but you have to be a little bit more definitive.
Would it be on the door that makes a cell, keeps people in a cell, makes it unable for them to get out?
Still partially.
That's partially, Bennett, yeah. We'll give you one more try to get the...
Has it got anything to do with the lock in the cell door?
The lock in the cell
No.
door. That makes it 8 down and 1 to go, Miss Francis.
Does it have to do with the whole cell?
Yes.
Are you a cell maker? A nice fellow like you?
That's right. Mr. Schwind builds jail cells.
Is
Nice.
it fun?
Oh.
Very much so.
Do you have any testimonials for your...
Oh, yeah. Quite a few of them.
Really?
Yeah, he's got some nice fellows said they tried to get out and couldn't make it.
There aren't any people breaking in down there, are there? The way
Nobody.
things are going.
They
After
got
the
some
Derby,
people,
I would think. Huh, pardon?
they got some people breaking them in, but not particularly happy about
You're
it.
trying to
maybe.
break into jail after the Derby.
No. I don't think so. No. Well, you gave them a really rough time, Mr. Schwinn. Thank you, and nice to have had you with us on What's My Line. Good to see you. All right, we'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity, for which my friends on the panel are blindfolded, and the blindfolds are all in place, are they, panel?
Yes, sir.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? As you know, panel, in the case of our mystery celebrity, we dispense with all the usual preliminaries, get right down to the general questioning. With the new rules applying, you ask one question at a time in turn, working clockwise, and we'll begin the questioning with Arlene Francis.
Are you a performer? Yes.
Are you a woman?
No.
All right, Miss Healy.
Do you perform on the television medium?
Yes.
Mr. Cerf.
I could swear there were two voices there. Are there more than one of you and the mystery guest tonight?
Yes.
Miss Francis.
Are you sisters?
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Allen.
Are you brothers?
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Healy.
You are husband and wife.
Mr. Cerf.
Are you in the legitimate theater at the present time?
Yes.
Miss Francis.
Oh, I've been away for 2 weeks. Has the theater been very legitimate for the last 2 weeks?
Really?
Are you in musical comedy? Can't think of who. Yes.
Are you in a show that's currently running here?
Yes.
Are you the wonderful Marge champion and Gower champion?
You could tell Mary was going to do it because of the expression on her face. Because it's that Bennett that we ought to shoot. Actually, the two of them were practicing upstairs trying to find a level of voice, you
didn't
see, with
quite
Marge
find it.
going up. And...
No, I didn't know. It was just a way of diminishing.
See, we have something in
Okay.
common, Mary and Peter and Gower and I.
husband and wife teams.
Yes.
And the two that I admire most in the world are playing on Broadway right now. One is a musical comedy, and the other one is not. That's Jessica Tandy and Hume Cronin and Marge Gower. My favorites in the world.
Takes two to know
Gower,
two.
would you try imitating a girl again? I'd like to hear that once more.
Yes. Let me clear my throat. Yes. Is that better?
Yeah, you got it better.
It's pretty good, Gal, but I'm afraid you're going to have a rough time ever sounding like a girl. But we gave him a little trouble anyway. We got him
I
down
thought
once
they were the
and down
Duncan
another, and then
sisters.
down almost down the third
I
time.
was thinking
Whoever found out that there were two of them? Did you?
Yeah, Bennett blew the whistle. He said he
we
thought he
ought to
heard two
mention
voices.
the performance, the name of the play that they do so brilliantly in.
Oh, yeah.
You mean 3 for tonight?
Yes, indeed.
It is. It's a lovely thing to see, and one of the reasons it's, in fact, one of the big reasons it's lovely to see is because you two.
Thank you.
Well, thank you
And
very
our
much.
co-star, Harry Belafonte.
Harry
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Well, we do thank you very much for coming, and I want to thank you, Marge, for this piece of chalk. I very
You're
rarely
welcome.
pick up a piece of chalk on one of these shows, and I'll take it home with me.
Maybe
Thank you
they
very much.
danced their way
to have
off.
you. Will you say good night to the family? All right. Now, panel, let's see what you can do very quickly with a final challenger. Will you sign in, please, ma'am? And spring fell upon the land. Marlene Gonell, is that right? And where are you from?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Will you look at the panel if you think I'm going to let you near those two men? You're crazy. You come with me, please, ma'am, over here. And you sit down right here. We're going to dispense with the walk-by because we have so little time. And what we will do is now, pro forma, as we say in legal circles, allow the folks who are at home and the people who are here in the theater with us to know what your line is. But the panel is going to have to work, and going to have to work fast. You know how we score this, Miss Gunner?
Yes, I do.
All right, fine. If you know how to score it, we'll simply announce that you're salaried and begin the general questioning with Mary Healy.
No.
Yeah.
You're salaried now. Do you deal in services? Yes. You do. Is your service particularly helpful to humanity? Yes.
Yes, I would say it would be considered to be beneficial to those who make use of it, yes.
In this service that you perform, do you wear uniform? No. You do not?
Now, in our context, do you wear anything other than street clothes when you perform the service?
Yes.
To that, in our term of reference, that would constitute a uniform of some kind. So continue, Miss Healy.
Oh, thank you. This type of work that you do, is it, let's see, do men and women enjoy it?
I would think they'd enjoy it, yes.
Would you perform this service in, indoors? Yes, indoors. When you perform this service, would it be considered a luxury for the people who are watching you?
Yes, I would think so.
Do you do, when you do this particular thing, do you use your entire body?
Yes.
Do you, did you have to have many years of training to do this service, this work?
No.
I don't think so. 1 down and 9 to go. We've got about 30 seconds. Bennett, sir.
Miss Gonell, does your extraordinary charm and good looks play some part in the work you do?
I think so. I would say it plays a part, yes, Bennett.
Do you demonstrate anything or perform in anything?
Yes.
Are you in any way connected with the entertainment business?
Yes.
Have you ever done any work in a nightclub?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. How addicted one could become to nightclubs. Well, I'm afraid our time has run out. As I told you, this was going to have to be a quick one. I think you might have worked up to it in time, because actually Miss Cornell demonstrates reducing exercises on TV, and that's why people are so thin in Pittsburgh. And you get the full prize, and our thanks for being our guest. It's nice to have you with us. And now, we'll be back next week. This is John Daly saying good night, Miss Arlene. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here. Good night, dear Fred.
Good night, Mary. See you next Sunday.
Good night, Bennett.
Your husband Peter's going to be proud of you tonight, man. Good night, John.
Good night, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
Transportation for What's My Line is arranged through American Airlines, America's leading airline, serving 77 major cities throughout the United States, Canada, and Mexico. This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS Television Network.